Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I'm going to do a couple of questions, linear regression questions from the Delta Math assignment that I made. Basically, I took the Regents linear regression questions and I put them on Delta Math so that we can practice, so that you guys can practice and get immediate feedback. So I'm going to do a couple examples of some of the questions, and hopefully this will be enough. So I'm going to do question number one. Basically, you guys know we've got this table of values that we're going to have to enter into the spreadsheet. So let's do that. We're going to go get the calculator, go to the spreadsheet. At the top, we're going to put an X. At the other column is going to be a Y. And then we're just going to put in the X value. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we have 6 weeks of data from the movies. And then let's go to the top, do Control 7. We'll take you to the top. All right. So now I'm just going to enter in the Y values, 185 million, 150 million, 90 million, 50 million, 25 million, oops, dang it. I never checked that. Let me do that. 185 million, 150 million, 90 million, 50 million, 25 million, 5 million. Now, all right, so now all I'm going to do is I am going to go to the home screen and I'm going to go here to the data and statistics. Now, before I finish this question, there's two things. Let's go back to the original thing here. We have to come up with the linear regression and we need to round it to the nearest hundredths, all right? So that's 2 decimals. And the way I remember it is hundredths has 2 zeros, so that means this one has to have 2 decimals. Now, the correlation coefficient also needs to be rounded to the hundredths place. So before you run the regression, this correlation coefficient, the rounding has to be set. So now let me show you how to do the rounding for the correlation coefficient first. So now from here, you're just going to go to the home screen and you're going to go to settings and then you're going to go to document settings. Now, this one right here is what controls the correlation coefficient. So we want to set this to fix 2 because we need 2 decimal places. Don't use float 2, use fix 2, then press OK. So now that's set. So now we can go back to this part and we can finish it. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to put an X for the X axis, put a Y for the Y axis, right? Now, and I'm just going to do linear regression. So I'm going to go menu 4, 6, 1. And there's my equation. And now this is already rounded to 2 decimal places, but if it was not, you would just do menu and then you would go here to settings and you would change this. Now, this settings only controls when you're doing the regression. That's the only thing that this display controls. It doesn't control the correlation coefficient. It doesn't control anything but the equation for the line. So once I press OK, it's done. And now all I have to do is I'm just going to key that in. So if I go here, let me make this a little smaller so I can have them both on the same screen. So I'm just going to type in right here. I'm going to type in y equals, and then we have, let me move this over a little bit, grab it, move it over. So that's going to be a negative 37. So it's going to be a negative 37.57 x, and then plus 215.67. All right, so that's done. Now they want the correlation coefficient. Now to get the correlation coefficient, because we made sure we had it set, all I'm going to do, let me make this larger so everyone can see it. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the home screen and I'm going to go to the calculate screen. Now from here, you press menu and we're going to go down to the statistics because that's what we need. We need the correlation coefficient. So you just go to option 2, the stat results, statistics results, and you're going to get this and you press enter. And this has everything in there. It has the slope, it has the y-intercept, it has the r squared, but we are interested in the r, which is a negative 98 cents. So that's what I key in. I go back to my thing here and I type in a negative 0.98. Oh gosh, this is so bad. Negative 0.98 goes there, 98. And then that means it has a strong negative correlation. Now, I made a couple careless mistakes, but you guys see what I'm doing. Now, all I'm going to do is submit it, and it says, nice job. You got all this right. So if you were doing this on the exam, this would be 4 points. We got to get them, all of them. All right, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this one, and I'm going to do a couple more examples. So let me stop and post.